Up top and just that, it's DUTCHdinero here representing for DUTCHdinero Top Slide TV. Please remember, share, like, subscribe. Tell a friend them about Yasso, because a Yasso, nice. Yes, my fam, me there. My last video was confession is good for the soul. So you can go to your search box on Google, search box on YouTube. You can just type confession is good for the soul into search, you know what I mean, and you will find that video, you know what I mean. But tag it, you can like put DUTCHdinero somewhere there, you know what I mean, at the front or at the end of confession is good for the soul, and you will find that video, right? So the video, this one now we're doing now is focus on what's good. Yes, my fam, because you see, a lot of times in life, we tend to focus on all the other stuff more than what's good. As they say, bad news spread the fastest. You know what I mean? But sometimes bad news can be distraction in life as well as informative, because all news is informative, all news is good news. But when the news is about bad stuff and all about bad, sometimes it's distracting, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you have some people, all they want to talk is bad things about other people, and sometimes that thing can just wear you down, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you're looking at it and saying it's the same thing these people talk about me, they only talk the bad stuff about me, you know what I mean? So sometimes we just have to try to focus on what's good, you know what I mean, and what's helpful to our betterment in life, you know what I mean? So I'm going to go in another paragraph here. It's a short paragraph, but a lot to learn from it, right? So I'm going to go in it. Let's face it, we focus on what's good. Let's face it, we don't have to look very far to find things to complain about. God placed Adam and Eve in the Garden of Paradise, where they had everything they needed to be happy. But what did they focus on? The one tree they couldn't have. God miraculously divided the Red Sea, guided the Israelites through the wilderness, and provided food from heaven each day so they'd never go hungry. And they appreciate it. Yes, for a while they sang his praise, but soon forgot what he had done. Psalms 106:12-13. This is why Paul writes, fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. Then God of peace will be with you. Philippians 4 verse 8-9. General Rabbi Rizner described the 7 years he spent as a prisoner of war in a Vietnamese camp as the essence of despair, but he survived. How? He pried the cover off a floor drain in his cell and saw a solitary blade of glass, the only smidgen of color in his colorless world, calling it a blood transfusion for the soul. Rizna began each day in prayer, lying on the floor with his head down, focusing on that single blade of glass. When things aren't going well in life, you have to choose what you'll focus on: fear or faith, despair or hope, problems or solution. Even when the problem isn't solved to your liking, when you focus on God, He lifts you above your circumstances and gives you peace in the midst of them. Up top and just that, it's Dutch Dinero here representing for Dutch Dinero Top Slide TV. Please remember, share, like, subscribe, tell a friend about Yaso, cause I Yaso nice. Yes, my fam, me there. So we here focusing on what's good, right? So in life, you have to just focus on what's good, especially when the time is hard, when the road gets rocky. You just focus on what's good. Focus on your plan, your goal, your aspiration, what you are about. You know what I mean? And when you hold that focus, no matter the tide, you will always be successful at the end, knowing that you're working towards this. And when the money not enough, and you got to keep gathering, and when you put your plans in place and say, all right, I'm gonna gather $5 a week to do this, and sometimes you can only come up with $2 this week or $3 next week, you know that, look here, you got to stay focused. You know what I mean? You got to focus on what you are doing, what you are up to, and what you want. You can't just let everything wear you down, you know what I mean? And sometimes you're focusing on a thing, and when you focus, while you're focused on it, right, and you're putting all your plans into place, sometimes somebody just come with one bad news relating to that thing that you're focusing on, with them not knowing that that's where your mind is set or that's where you're heading. You know what I mean? They come up with a bad news, and sometimes you let it just lead you into despair. Sometimes you just let it disencourage you. You know what I mean? And you're saying, wow, why am I going to do this if that happened there? You know what I mean? Sometimes you just have to focus on what is good, because you know what? You go in despair, you don't bother, you try to change your plans and change your whole settings because of the one bad news you get, or the two bad news you get. And look here now, somebody else is planning to do the same thing, but they are focusing on what's good, they are focusing on the good side, and you that fall into despair, you don't do it, that person do it. You know what I mean? So that person end up achieving your goal. You know what I mean? So you got to stay focused on your goal and believe in yourself and stay focused on what is good. You know what I mean? Because negativity is always there to carry us away and pull us away. You know what I mean? So we got to just stay focused. You know what I mean? So as I hear this, brother here, General Rabbi, was captured in a war and placed in prison, right, in Vietnam. And what he did now, he found a piece of glass, right, and he just used it now to gain his focus, you know what I mean, to strengthen his focus. So he used it, look at himself, look into it, and you know what I mean, and he used it and pull through. You know what I mean? Because that's how it is in life. Sometimes we just have to have a focus and say, you know what? When I'm not strong, I can place my focus right here. You know what I mean? I can focus on my goals. I can focus on what I did already in life. I can focus on my kids. I can focus on my wife and my husband. You know what I mean? Yeah, so you just got to find that focus, that place to shed the light, and that place to put it. You know what I mean? Yeah, and keep the focus. You know what I mean? So Up top and just that, you know, it's Dutch Dinero here representing for Dutch Dinero Top Slide TV. Please remember, share, like, subscribe, tell a friend about Yasso, because I Yasso, nice. Yes, my fam, my next video will be about God will guide you. You know what I mean? So you can just go in your search box on Google, right, and type in God will guide you, right? You can add Dutch Dinero in front or behind it if you want to find the video, for you to find the video faster, right, or quicker. You know what I mean? So me there, my fam, me there, up top. Hit me up in a comment box, fam, me there.